Empty your mind the story of Ansel long ago. In a quiet village nestled among mountains, lived a young man named Ansel, only 24 years old. The world around him was serene and beautiful, yet his inner world was the complete opposite. His mind never seemed to rest. From morning until late at night, countless thoughts rushed through his head like an endless storm. Ansel often replayed mistakes from his past, blaming himself for things that could never be changed. At the same time, he worried about the future, imagining challenges and failures that had not yet come. This endless cycle of regret and anxiety left Ansel completely exhausted. He could not sleep peacefully, and during the day he felt heavy and restless, as though a dark cloud followed him everywhere. The bright smile that once lit up his face had vanished. His friends noticed the change, but no one knew how to help him. Deep inside, Ansel longed for peace. Many nights he sat silently, staring at the distant mountains, wondering, why can't my heart be as still as those hills? Why is my mind always so noisy? The harder he tried to silence his thoughts, the louder they seemed to grow. One day, he overheard villagers talking about a faraway place in the hills. They spoke of a wise old man who had once been a respected psychologist in the city. This man had guided many people to find balance and peace in their hearts. In his old age, he left the noise of the city behind and chose to live quietly in nature. People said that those who visited him often left with lighter hearts. Hearing this gave Ansel hope. Perhaps this elder could show him the way out of his storm. Determined, he began a long and difficult journey through mountains and forests. Somewhere deep inside, he believed that true peace was possible, if only he could find the right path. The lesson of the glass of water. After many days of walking, Ansel finally arrived at the village in the hills. The place was surrounded by trees, alive with birdsong and fresh air. At the edge of the village, he saw a small house covered in vines. On its porch sat an old man with white hair, his eyes closed, his face glowing with serenity. Ansel stepped forward and said softly, "Grandfather, my mind is restless. I cannot stop thinking. I want peace in my heart. Can you help me?" The old man opened his eyes and smiled gently. "You are looking for peace? Then follow me. I will give you a small task." He led Ansel into his yard, filled a glass with water to the very top, and handed it to him. "Take this glass, walk down the village road to the far end, and then return. But remember, not a single drop must be spilled." Ansel was surprised, but he nodded and accepted. The road was narrow and busy. Children played on the side, dogs barked, shopkeepers called out to customers. Yet Ansel did not look around. His eyes stayed fixed on the glass of water. Step by step, slowly and carefully, he walked. People stared curiously but did not disturb him, knowing he was learning something important. Finally, Ansel returned to the old man and said with relief, "I did it. I didn't spill a single drop." The old man nodded, then asked, "That is good, but tell me, did you see the children playing? Did you hear the dogs barking?" Ansel looked confused. "No, I saw nothing. I heard nothing. I was only focused on the glass." The old man smiled again. "That is the secret. When your mind is fully present, there is no space for fear, for confusion, or for useless thoughts. Just as you focused only on the water, your heart became quiet. You were not sad about the past, nor afraid of the future. Peace comes not from outside, but from within when you live in the present moment." The words struck Ansel like a light shining through the fog. For the first time in years, he felt true silence in his mind. The journey home, as the sun began to set, golden light touched the village and birds returned to their nests. Ansel bowed respectfully and whispered, "Grandfather, now I understand. If I wish to calm my mind, I must live in the present moment. That is when peace will come." The old man nodded with a gentle smile. "Peace is already within you. When you know how to stay here, now you will never be lost." That night, Ansel slept with a calm heart. By morning, he was ready to return home. The path back was the same: winding hills, barking dogs, children playing, but everything felt different. Each sound, each sight, no longer disturbed him. Instead, he welcomed them as part of the gift of the present that he walked with steady steps, lighter than before. Though life's challenges still awaited him, he carried within his heart a new strength, the ability to quiet his mind by focusing on the now. The storm inside him had finally begun to fade. From that day forward, Ansel was no longer the same restless young man. He had discovered a truth many seek but few find. Peace does not lie in the past or the future. It lives only in the present moment. Sparkle's moral of the story: when the mind is still, the heart finds peace. Let go of the past. Do not fear the future. Live fully in this moment, for it is the only moment we truly have.